As Raymond, what we do is we sign right from the smallest mall to the largest mall. So because that's purely because we have that range of formats which we can play with. And let me tell you, no mall wants to be a disaster when they plan it. Whether it is a 1.5 lakh square feet mall, he says, I want to be my best. But then what makes it not work? That is the point which is very important. So I think what doesn't make a mall work, we have all understood that, the parking has to be right, the tenant mix has to be right, most all the tenants who are inside actually make up for the experience, and that leaves your common area and your parking systems, all of that, which needs to be in place. Relevancy to the market, which I'm sure, we have all spoken about. So the brand which is relevant needs to be there. And therefore, I'm taking that point of view because I have that entire range. Now, if I tell you, there is a mall which is coming in Samastipur, Bihar. Probably you've never heard of it. But because I have fabric stores with custom tailoring, which is like a starter for a market, tier 5, I'm there. Now, for me, the experience that I create in that store, in that 1.5 lakh square feet mall, answering what you asked me just now, is first, I am very clear the kind of price points I'm selling should be relevant to the people who are walking into the mall, number one. Number two, let me tell you, a guy sitting in tier 6 is probably more aspirational than a tier 2 guy. Because he's exposed to the same digital media, he also has a smartphone, he also watches television, he also sees FTV, fashion shows, all of that. But he doesn't have his means. And of course, then there is that whole fact about affordability and all of that. So we try to bring that kind of an experience in a tier 6. Now coming to a tier 2, tier 3, we are again very relevant with the product which sells. We jointly work with the mall to run campaigns. We come forward and tell the mall that, look, I think this is my season's collection and I'm going to do a fashion show free of cost for, let's say, my Park Avenue casual collection. And so there are many such things. I mean, I can go on and on and on in terms of how, the staff has to be absolutely cordial, the interaction has to be good, all of that. And then we can keep going on to the tier 1s where we are planning to do many things. So that's how I feel, from a retailer's point of view, we try to be relevant to the consumers of any of these tiers who come into a mall. But for me, I see a lot of mall operators here today. We have Rajneesh, we have sir here sitting, and we have you, Vishal, there. So, our expectation is from a mall, starting from the parking point, it has to be, the ease of parking has to be there, because today people have zero tolerance. I have personally turned my car around and just went away from that mall to another mall, neighborhood, next mall, just because, I see a queue in front of me. So I don't know who mentioned this point about zero tolerance, but yeah, so today consumers have zero tolerance. So you should have adequate parking available. The ease of parking should be there. The look and feel, the relevant brands, all of that needs to be there. And yeah, that's how I feel both the sides can balance and work.
Sure.